In the shadows of organized crime, where brutality and power intertwine, men have long dominated the narrative. But beneath this masculine facade lies a hidden history, one of women who commanded criminal empires with cunning, ruthlessness, and an iron will. These were not mere accessories to male mobsters. They were the architects of their own criminal dynasties. From the glittering casinos of Las Vegas to the dark corners of Harlem, from the ancient streets of Naples to the bustling ports of China, these women carved their names into the annals of criminal history. Today, we unveil the stories of 5 female crime lords who rewrote the rules of the underworld. Number 5, Virginia Hill, the mob's silent queen. From 1916 to 1966. The year was 1933, and Chicago's underworld was about to meet its most enigmatic player. Virginia Hill, a 17-year-old who had clawed her way out of poverty, was about to become the mob's most trusted confidant. Her weapon wasn't a gun, it was silence. In the smoke-filled rooms where mobsters plotted their empires, Virginia moved like a ghost, carrying messages and millions between crime families. When questioned about her connections, she wielded omerta, the mafia's code of silence, like a shield. "I don't care who betrayed me. I don't care who ratted. I took an oath," she would later declare, her voice carrying the weight of unwavering loyalty. But it was her relationship with Benjamin Bugsy Siegel that would cement her place in criminal history. Siegel, the visionary behind Las Vegas's transformation, loved her deeply enough to name his crown Jewel Casino after her. Yet when assassins' bullets found Siegel in 1947, Virginia was conspicuously absent, having departed for Paris just days before. The timing raised questions that would never be answered. By 1966, hunted by senators and haunted by her past, Virginia Hill was found dead in Austria, leaving behind a carefully folded coat and a note speaking of life's exhaustion. Even in death, she kept her secrets. Number 4, Stephanie Sinclair, Harlem's defiant queen, from 1897 to 1969. In 1920s Harlem, where racial barriers seemed insurmountable, one woman dared to challenge not just the color line, but the entire criminal hierarchy. Stephanie Sinclair, who had arrived in New York as a mere child of 13, would rise to become a force that even the most notorious white gangsters couldn't ignore. When Dutch Schultz, backed by the full might of the Italian mafia, demanded control of Harlem's gambling empire, Sinclair didn't just refuse, she declared war. Her response, published boldly in the newspapers, became legendary. "I'm not afraid of Dutch Schultz or any other living man. The policy game is my game." What followed was a war that would reshape Harlem's criminal landscape. Sinclair orchestrated a resistance that combined business acumen with street warfare, rallying black gamblers against Schultz's intrusion. When Schultz fell to mafia bullets, Sinclair's telegram to her dead enemy became underworld legend: "As ye sow, so shall you reap." Number 3, Sister Ping, the Dragon Lady of human trafficking, from 1949 to 2014. From a humble village in northern China rose a woman who would build a $40 million empire on human desperation. Sister Ping's story began in the shadows of poverty and evolved into one of history's most sophisticated human trafficking operations. Behind the modest facade of her Toxian variety store in Manhattan's Chinatown, Sister Ping orchestrated a complex network that moved thousands of Chinese immigrants across oceans. Her method wasn't just business. It was a dark art that combined forged documents, commercial airlines, and cargo ships into a seamless operation. When she died in prison in 2014, thousands mourned openly in Manhattan's streets, a testament to her complex legacy as both exploiter and savior to her community. Number 2, Assunta Maresca, Naples' vengeful widow, from 1935 to 2021. Born into Naples' infamous Maresca family, known as the Lightning Knives, Assunta carried violence in her blood. But it was love and vengeance that would write her name in criminal history. When her husband, Camorra boss Pasquale Simonetti, was gunned down by a rival, the pregnant Assunta didn't wait for male retribution. She tracked down her husband's killer and emptied 29 bullets into him in broad daylight. Her courtroom declaration became underworld legend. I would do it again. Number 1, Maria Licciardi, the modern godmother. When death and arrest stripped the Licciardi clan of its male leadership, Maria stepped into power with a sophistication that would revolutionize the Camorra. Under her rule, the organization evolved from street thuggery to corporate efficiency. Her innovation was as brilliant as it was brutal, introducing a tuition system that transformed human trafficking into a sophisticated business model. For years, law enforcement didn't even know she existed, while her empire expanded to encompass 20 clans. Even from behind prison walls, Maria Licciardi's influence remains undiminished, the authorities knowing she stands as the thin line between organized crime and chaos in Naples' underworld. These women didn't just participate in organized crime, they redefined it. From Virginia Hill to Maria Licciardi, these women have captured our imaginations with their audacious lives. But who else should have been on this list? Are there other powerful women in the history of crime who deserve to be known and discussed? Let me know in the comments, and see you in the next episode.